Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning from here. I'm still in
Hello.
Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh,
Good morning to you. But with the pecel lele poster on the back.
that's right.
Well,
So,
we're here stay in the house of my son's friends, and you know what? That Indonesian student here, it seems that they are missing their home
Seems
very,
so.
very much. So they put all their all the pecel lele here inside the kitchen.
Yeah.
So every time that we eat, we have to see this panduk of pecel lele here.
that is pretty cool, actually.
Very make us miss home so much.
Love it. All
Yeah,
right.
and it was a very interesting conversation that the three of you have about Tantrum.
Thank you for listening in.
I passed that period. Yeah, I passed that period. Caroline, we also the same because I have two boys that now already grown up.
Yes.
So it's something that familiar. Well, regarding to what tantrum is the reaction, an uncontrollable outburst of anger and frustration. Typically, it happens in young children. But the question is it possible that as an adult we can show tantrum? It is rarely actually, but if, as you said, that during the childhood, we as parents, we don't help our children to understand emotion and how to express that appropriately, it might become a habit. The tantrum used for an adult to push the wants or probably what to winning the argument and etc. as the show of her or his emotion wrongly.
Right. So, but I think, I mean, my kid is almost 6 and she still throws tantrums even though it's only at home. But tantrums are usually seen among kids under 5 years old. So, is it possible for a child above
Yeah.
5 and older to have tantrums?
Actually, it's not common anymore. So I heard how you manage to
That's me.
educate her about. Oh, okay,
You.
that's very
No,
good.
no, that's
to
you.
Giving,
But
to giving space.
Yes. Yes, that's her.
Yeah, to giving space to express the emotion. Actually, it happened when someone, well, typically it happened to young children about 1 to 5 years old because babies somehow they are so helpless. When they entering to the toddlerhood, they will show expression that this is me, I own myself, I have my own will, my own wants, and I want to show you that I'm a human being that has to be treated as equal as you, but they are still very, very little.
Right.
And they have the apa terbatas tuh apa ya? Terbatas limitation, limitation to express their self. That's why they become frustrated. Well, when we give them room to show the emotion, even though it's so so strong, actually, we help our children to process the emotion.
Right.
The first that we have to do adalah keep calm. We have to be very, very calm, super, super calm. I know it is not easy.
Yes.
I've been there. Keep your face as calm as possible, your tone of voice as warm as possible, and you tell them, I understand. Just have your time. But keep the time. Keep the time. So I give you for 30 minutes to do this. And after that, we are going to be finished and everything. Well, I just give you space. And then after 30 minutes, you can come back to your children and calmly said, are you done? You must be very, very tired.
Correct.
Yep.
So come here to mama. Yeah. Now I'm going to hug you, and then you can hug your children because somehow
Yes.
they don't understand how to express
Correct.
the emotion very, very properly. So you tell her or him, you must be angry because of this, because you want this, and I said no because you still want to play, but I put you on bed because this is your nap time. Is that? So he will understand that.
Yeah,
Nah.
that's a good way.
During the process, your child will learn how to express the emotion and how to say it in words.
So I have a question here.
Okay.
Because this is okay. My daughter is 7 years old, and I have only recently become her mom, obviously. But she still does have very excessive tantrums, and it's not that she cannot communicate clearly. Because mentioned before is that when she learns how to communicate, she'll be able to communicate her feelings. But she is still not capable of doing that. And you know, what if a child still has excessive tantrums like that and also hurts other people? Is there a stage that serves this as severe? Because yes, I've tried that method. Yes, it works, but only sometimes. Sometimes it's like something turns off and she just is not, you know, she just doesn't know what she's doing. And then and we would leave her, but we cannot leave her hurting people. That's the problem. So what do we do?
Well, usually when my children have that phase, and actually regarding to all the theory and my experience as a professional, it's not all right. Then I will tell my boy that, okay, you can have your time. Angry, because angry, sad, frustration, it is a normal emotion. You have the right to experience that. So since you are so upset, I will send you to your room. Just take your time, but don't break anything. And you know what? Everybody actually need a way to express the frustration and everything that in here. Instead of breaking something, then when they enter about your child age, I will push my boys to put their sports shoes and I will bring him to run. I also bought a ball so we can play basketball, just hit the wall with the ball. And also if you can have the sandsack at home, you just hit that, because emotion expression, it is important, so they can learn to manage the emotion and express that in the right way. Not hitting people, not breaking anything, or probably if you have pillow, give it to your girl and let her squeeze it strong, very, very strongly in the room, and she can yell as loud as possible. But if we teach them to manage the emotion, usually tantrum become lesser and lesser and lesser.
I think it's the extra energy that the pandemic is not allowing them to, you know, not allowing them to
cater their express.
Because there were a lot of she was at home for a very long time. We were all at home for a very long time, and she has a lot of energy. So that's something I thought about too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Give her skipping. Give her skipping.
Or squishy. Buy her a lot of squishy.
Oh, she has,
You do the skipping.
To let out the energy.
She even has those puppets, you know what I mean? She has tons of those puppets and she still pops them out.
Now, Caroline here, but you know, as a as a first-time parent, now I felt like I know why my firstborn is always, I think, my special one, because as my first parent that time, I don't know what to do, right? Here, there's no books, there's no schools for parenting, and I think he was the one that I have a lot of miss. That's why with my second and third one, I kind of more relaxed because I know what to do, but not with my firstborn. And I remember how with my firstborn, Ratih, I felt more, you know, I'm not aware as much and whatnot, and when they're tantrum, I sometimes would cry. He would cry, I would cry, and this would be at home, right? Good thing he would never had tantrum in the crowd, but when he does and when he start whining and everything, I would just pick him up. You know, I would just pick him up and just go away. And I think that is something that especially new parents needs to understand. Sometimes children would have tantrum wherever they feel like they want to have a tantrum at 24/7. So let's say our children having tantrums in public areas, as what we see in the footage before, yelling, crying. I see a lot of kids, you know, crying the Toy Stories and whatnot. What are we supposed to do? to be a good mother, but also not feel embarrassed in public? Or should we say to the people like, I'm sorry, I'm giving them space. Do not judge me now. Do not judge my kids. What are we supposed to do, Mbak Ratih?
Well, I have to be honest to you here, and also all the See Today who watch this. Well, I'm a famous psychologist and I am the expert. I experienced that, Caroline. So, well, that's also the destiny that you have to experience as parents. So, yeah,
As the
just
journey.
have to be part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a journey. And if you do it correctly, your children somehow, they learn. Because actually no one, including children, want to feel embarrassed on public. So, I've been happened that to me too.
And
So
they
I
seem
just
so
left.
smart.
I just left.
Because they're so smart, because
Yeah.
they know when there's a
So
lot of
when-
people, I can just scream and my mom would let me buy this thing because she doesn't want to be embarrassed, right, Marati? They're smart, smart little
okay.
beings.
Yeah. So
Manipulative.
you have to show to your children who is the boss, and the boss is you. You are the mother, you are the father, you are the parents,
Yes.
and keep the tone down. So if our children use tantrum to conquer us,
Yeah.
stay calm. And give space to your children. Do it, but only in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because we have tolerance for you for 10 minutes. And then you still will not get everything that you want using that, because you have to use the proper words. You know, Caroline, I will sit next to my son who
yes.
got tantrum. Oh, he's very calm and very mature now. Yeah. And everybody will
Can we skip
look
to the good
at
part?
me and my son.
Yeah?
Yeah, as if it is a circus, and I will look at them and go away. What are you looking at here? I accompany my son, and my son will cry, spinning like this, and he's a little kid. What are you watching? And then shoo, go away. And after 10 minutes, I will say, Mas, it's already 10 minutes. You must be
Right.
tired, right?
Yes.
Mama's still here, okay?
Yes.
Mama's still here. So come here.
Yes.
With all the puke and tears and ingus and everything. I will wipe him gently,
Right.
clean the clothes, and then hug him gentle. And I said, I love you. That's why I
That's right.
accompany you.
Yeah.
But you are not using this because it's you who put all the embarrass, not me. I'm your
Right.
mother, and I understand you.
Very nice.
So you're
well
safe
done.
with me, okay?
Well done. No toys though.
Yeah.
No toys.
No toys,
Probably you can just,
Boundaries set.
I have to adult man now who is
Yes.
very calm and very makes me proud. So, well, I'm also proud as a mom. So I'm not just telling the theory, I also walk the experience.
Yeah.
And
You
that-
can't skip to the good part.
No,
gotta
you
go through
cannot. And you know what, Barati, what is so good talking to you and discussing with you, because you've been in a part of the journey.
Yep.
And now we see how you are with your two successful boys. So hopefully, us mothers, we will also find that successful ending also just like you.
Amen.
Thank you very much, Barati.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have a great last
Bye.
day.
Much
Thanks,
love for you.
Lightning.
Yeah,
See you here.
bye.